like me, but now I'm about to pass this motherfucker on cause this Tangeray is getting hella strong.
Money, holes, and clothes. Blood smoke coming out the nose is all a nigga knows.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Michael Emerson. September 7th, Virgo season. He's 71 today. Damn. I didn't know he was that old. Facts, man. I remember him in that movie Saw and a couple other TV shows. Oh yeah, Lost, Person of Interest, The Practice, and a show called Evil. So yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Mike. Do a B.I.G., man. You only get one, man. Damn, I didn't know he was that old. I thought he was like probably like, yeah, I thought he was like 50 something, 40 something, 71. He's still active. Salute. Like, share, subscribe, follow me. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Person getting into tech or finance, bro, like shit will literally change overnight. If that shit starts now, by 2050, all of the models that they have got to get reworked just by black people doing that for one generation, bro. You know, so I think a lot of the shit that you saying is not really.
Man, motherfucker trying to go to the league, man. Motherfucker ain't trying to do all this shit you talking. Motherfucker trying to go to the league. Motherfucker trying. Like this shit,
they could do
all
all
that's what the fuck it is, man.
As long as you like get great at something, or
Coming down.
Point, or you make yourself undeniable and make yourself like a utility, bro, and be the best utility possible. The socialism and race and how you look, none of that shit fucking matters, bro. Like for real, bro. Like it does.
That's interesting that you said that because I have a program in the school system, and it's called STOP. And one of the things that I do is I do a workshop. It's called Find the Talent, because it's just what you said. What does somebody? I always tell people, if you get a job, make sure it's something that you like to do, because if you don't like to do it, you're not going to do it long. That's why you have so many people switching up on jobs now, you know. So I told them, you know, to do something that they like to do. And finding a talent, then you find a passion, you find something that they'll do every day, and it really won't be like a job. And everybody has a skill or a talent, and then what you do is you monetize that. And my grandmother told me a long time ago, she said, I don't care what it is you do, whatever it is you do, you just make sure you're the best at it. She said, I don't care if you're a garbage man, I don't care if you're a janitor, I don't care if you're a ball player, whatever you do, I don't care what it is, just make sure you're the best at it. And so, you know, when you're the best, then you're going to do exactly what he said. You're going to make yourself, you know, a commodity, and people are going to want to deal with you. And then I think there was Little Feather that says something about the kids and Haitian. I think it's a situation of, it's not about, it's more that want to be rappers and want to be ball players and want to be, you know, these celebrities. You know, that's because that's what they've been indoctrinated with. Somebody said something about that, and they have been indoctrinated for years. And it's time to turn that around, because the reason people, why do they want to be rappers? Because look at how the rappers are living, male and female. And look at what they're doing. A lot of them stripping, a lot of them drug dealing, killing, stealing, you know, I mean, that type of thing. So that's what it's been over the last 30 plus years. And it's time for it to change. And then I just talked to some kids just last weekend in New York, going on the way to New York. And I was asking them, man, I asked one of them, what do you want to be? He said, man, I want to be a neurosurgeon. I said, what? I said, and then I asked another one, and I said, man, I asked another one, I said, well, and what do you want to be? He said, engineer. I said, well, what type of engineer you want to be? He said, I don't know. He said, whatever I do, I'll be good at it. And he said, it's a lot of different ones, so I ain't made my decision yet. And these were cats that was like 15, 16 years old. So I don't think it's a situation where, it probably is more because of what they've been indoctrinated with, with the professions that they want to be. But it's a lot more that's starting to get on this more intellectual side. They want to do things, and not only want to do them, they're doing them. So look at the young cat that just, man, did something with some. He's making plastic in the fuel. You got to watch them kind of kids, man. It's just so many things going on. And then, Haitian, another thing to you, bro. We know the problem. So what are you doing that can change some things and make some things better for them? Because I know in my area, we ready to do a whole lot of things. We got a new superintendent, and I got to get in this school system. So I got the school superintendent's bat line on my phone. I call him right now. He'll answer the phone. And I told him, I'm helping him out in the city because I'm connected in my city. So it's all about what you do. And one person can make a difference. So we can sit down and talk about how we can't do this, how we can't do this. 1,000 ways we can't do it. But it's probably about 10, maybe 2 ways that we can. And I guarantee you, if we work on those 2 ways we can, we're going to, number one, find a solution. And number 2, we ain't going to spend half as much time or a quarter of a tenth of much time as talking about the 1,000 ways it won't work. So I think if we get refocused like we need to get and do a reset on these folks, and we do ever come together, and if you want to know what I'm talking about, if you think I'm playing, go back and watch the movie Bug's Life. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint. Go watch A Bug's Life. And watch what them ants did when them grasshoppers was coming. Them grasshoppers is the government. And then you go through the little characters, man. Each one, you got the clowns, you got the little, the little other bugs. All they little characteristics, man. That's the people. That's the people. That's us. That's us. And so at the end of the movie, what you saw was all them people, them ants. They was working and working and working and working and working and working. And here these grasshoppers come again, and then they came back to take it that year, and then Flex looked up. See, that's the key part right there. When Flex looked up, because when Flex looked up, he said, "Wait a minute, this is 4 or 5 of them, and they might be bigger than us, but look at how many of us it is." You see what I'm saying? So if we ever found a way to come together as a people, when we already got $1 trillion, which puts us at the 8% richest nation in the world, the 8th. You can Google it. We hold that money. So imagine if we figured out like Flex and them did, man, how many of us it is, and I think on a normal 40 million of us. Yeah, okay, we got 40 million. Everybody can give up $2 and we got 80 instantly. We can start working some things for $80 million. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I said $2. You know what I'm talking about? I got 100. Somebody matched my 100 and where we at. So I'm just saying we can make the power and do what we do. And I don't mean to talk so long, but I think we just need to get refocused as a people all across the and I'm not talking about just black people. I'm talking about everybody. Yeah, everybody. And then like the Breonna Taylor situation that happened in my city, Louisville, Kentucky, that showed me, because it wasn't just black people that was in them streets. It was black, white, teachers, lawyers, everybody that was just fed up, rich, poor, that was fed up and in them streets marching. And I'm not a protester. I'm not a protester. I don't walk around because I got a different mentality. So, if y'all know about the Breonna Taylor situation, there was a black militia that came into town, the NFAC. And I'm the one that brought them in town. Yeah. Because I learned what you fear, you respect. What you fear, you respect. And so LMPD, which stands for Louisville Metro Police Department, they had 2,500 guns, so I called in 2,500 guns. Yep. And there was no evidence in that case before July the 4th. Check the records. No videos, no nothing. No videos, no footage, no nothing. And it was beating up my people. You feel me? And I got tired of it from May 28th all the way to July the 4th. So I got kind of fed up, and I saw the most powerful thing when I seen them march on the Stone Mountain in Georgia against the KKK. Yeah, it was powerful. So yeah, so I called him, and so I said, man, I wonder if I can get him to come in town and help us with this. And I told a couple of my boys the next day. I started reaching. I reached out to him the next day. It was July 4th, 2020. Real talk. Real talk. And I don't do none of that because I'm a different kind. I got too many to live for, and I got family. And I do too much, so I can't get out here, especially by myself. But I called in 2,500 guns, and it wasn't nothing before July 4th. Check the records. Yeah. A week later, after I called him, my phone rang, and he called me. I brought him in town, and I got on the phone with him and went up against Kentucky. That's what we call it here. Not Kentucky, but Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah. And so it was interesting because he ended up returning my phone call because it was on the 4th of July when I saw that. On the 5th of July, I put information out on the internet through all my social medias and everything, reaching out to him with some correspondence on what was going on.
Hey, but that could have went left though. Like
no. Listen to me, bro. I don't care what went left. I was tired of seeing my folks get brutalized in scorching hot weather by rubber bullets and just seeing the people that's fed up and everything. So when I seen that, I'm gonna say it again. What you fear, you respect. Okay.